Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Real Podcast. I'm your host, David Moya, and I have a special guest with us here today, Stephanie Strand. She is the marketing director for the Tim Kirk team based out of Carlsbad with Pacific Sotheby's International Realty. Stephanie, thanks for being on the show today.
Of course.
So we did this a little bit different. We filmed your property yesterday. But I wanted to talk about it just because we are going to create some additional content around it, and just want to make sure that we have everything straightened out. We know exactly how to market this listing. But before we dive into that, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So hi, I am Stephanie Strand. And like David said, I am the marketing director for the Tim Kirk team at Pacific Sotheby's International Realty, and we are based in the Carlsbad office. And I have been with the team for, it'll be a year in a few weeks, the beginning of September. So yeah, so I'm finally, getting my
feet wet.
Well, in here. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, we have, you and I, we do a lot of things together, like film properties. We've been in together, you've been in our course for video marketing. I'm at the Carlsbad office a lot, so because I live in Carlsbad, so it's kind of cool. We've definitely have experienced, the marketing a house together and all that. So that's been kind of cool, unique for us. I'm glad Tim added you to the team. I've been working with Tim for, gosh, I don't know how many years now. I think 4 or 5 years, and having you now has been amazing. Tim's a busy guy. You guys do a lot of volume, and so having you, on the team, we get so much accomplished. And I can see why Tim hired you, and I'm a fan of Tim too. So it's a win-win. But we filmed this property yesterday. Our team was just rather blown away with how cool it is. Now, what are some general things about this house that really, we'll start kind of wide and work our way towards, getting into the details of the home. But San Marcos, first thing is this is like your second home, right? San Marcos.
Yeah, definitely. So I went to Cal State San Marcos, and I graduated with a degree in communications. And I lived there the whole time. I dormed for the first few years, and then I actually lived in a house with some roommates in just one of the neighborhoods right below the community that this house is in. So I'm super familiar with this area.
Nice.
And, San Marcos is my second home. The school is literally right down the road from this community. Nice. And there's also some really other cool things. There's this Discovery Lake, which is just right down the hill. You can hike down to it. And then
the trail system seemed pretty extensive right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really cool. So if you hike down, there's Discovery Lake, and if you hike up, it goes straight up to Double Peak Park, which it's this cute little park on.
Is that the one at the very, very top?
Yeah. So it's this big hill, and it overlooks all of San Marcos. So there's definitely some cool parts of this neighborhood. And
when we were there, there was tons of people, tons. Yeah. I was, we film houses all the time, and you see trails, but not all the time are these trails actively being used the way they were. It was literally every minute there was a different person going by. And when we went to the Discovery Lake area, so it's just really cool. Families and young couples, older couples, dogs, whatnot, people fishing, which apparently you can do down there.
Oh yeah, I would for study breaks I would go down there, and they have this little dock where people go fish at. I would just sit there and just relax, or you could feed ducks. There's just so many different things you can do. It's a great area for sure.
Now it's close to Cal State San Marcos. Mm-hmm. Your potential buyer may or may not have a child, a kid who's going to San Marcos. But what are some unique things, right? Living close to a university like that you remember when you were going to school there just like a year ago. You know, what are some cool, great amenities, right? So you probably have a lot of shopping options, a lot of entertainment, whatnot, right? Can you speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, kind of, you know, since it's next to university, there are a bunch of cool, more hip things.
Right.
So there's a lot of restaurants. You know, bowling alleys are nearby. There's a movie theater right down the road. There is the iconic Restaurant Row,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a few minutes away, where there's tons of dining, there's tons of shopping. You know, you're close to the beach, maybe 20-minute drive. It's
Mm-hmm.
just, there's so many things nearby, and there's not even just university, there's other great rated schools, high schools, elementary, middle, just, you know, down the road. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's ideal for any type of family, really, or, you know, if you have anyone, and it'd be ideal for anyone, but
Yeah.
especially people with kids for sure.
Right. So you have like, and then this house is beautiful. It has like this huge loft. We will talk about that in a bit, but it seems like an executive home too. You know, somebody who might have the option of putting in a big office or something like that as well. And obviously, it's close to Carlsbad, which, you know, you have a lot of high-paying, high-level executives, you know, who work here. So yeah, I mean, it can work for a variety of people. It's a cool gated community. I saw that. Very green. I mean, we were driving through there, and there's a lot of trees. Kind of made you feel like you were much further away than you were, or than you are when you visit. But when we left, it was just like took literally minutes to get to a main road and just kind of, you know, head back to Carlsbad. So super cool. So when you were in school, like any cool little spots that if somebody moves there, they might like, you know, just say, hey, you might want to check out this spot you might not know about.
Yeah, so my favorite in particular, it's right across from the university. And of course, they put it in there like right after I graduated. I still go there, you know, after I graduated. But it's called Urge Gastropub.
Okay.
And it's right across from the university. It's actually right next to one of the sections of dorms. But a lot of families go there. There's a bowling alley inside. Wow. Hold meetings there. I've been to, you know, professional meetings and seminars in the rooms they have. Great bar, great food. They have outdoor games like the big Jenga, like cornhole, things like that. So that's definitely one of my favorite spots for sure.
And that's across from the university?
Yeah, it's right across the street.
Is that like I see some sort of like signage that says the block, or am I confusing it for something else?
Yeah, so the block C, that is an apartment structure. It's not the dorms, but it's right next to it. But yeah, that we're building this whole new cool section of dining and restaurants and probably more apartments in that area. So it's been in the works. But yeah, I mean, it's great for, you know, the college kids, but it's great for everyone else because it's obviously open to anyone. And you can bring the kids. I don't know, it's just a really cool spot for sure.
That sounds cool. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I mean, I see it off the freeway. And I had known about that development a while back. We had worked with one of the managers there, and it was the vision for it seems, the concept and vision seems pretty interesting. Yeah. You know, it's going to be exciting once it all gets completed. Seems like a kind of like a live work space potentially for somebody.
Yeah, but, they're putting like new businesses in there, and like I said, just more dining. But yeah, it's cool because when I first started, they were just starting this, and even just starting our student union. So I've got to see it kind of go from the ground up, and I don't know, it will definitely drive more people to San Marcos for sure.
Yeah, that's great. All right, so let's dive in here. We have some photos that I'm looking at, and yeah, this house has a lot of curb appeal. I mean, for me, it seems massive from the get-go, right? You see this huge front driveway. Like, so let's talk about that. What's exciting about this space?
Yeah, so I mean, as you can see, just the property is beautiful. And right when you walk up to it, there's this cool little outdoor patio right outside.
Yep, I see that. Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and you can also see there's a deck coming off of one of the extra bedrooms in the front right there. So that's a little, special touch to this home. I mean, it's massive. It's almost
So
a little over 3,800 square feet. A little over 3,800 square feet.
Got it. Wow. Yeah, and that space there when we were filming it, just it's really big. It's even video and photo, you got to go and actually see the space. It looks pretty big. Like I don't know what you can what you would put there besides chairs and all that, but it seems like a really cool spot to hang out. Like you're outside, but you're not like away from your house. So it's like a really cool space. And the deck upstairs or the patio up there, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's off of one of the bedrooms, right?
Yeah, one of the extra bedrooms. And so it's cool about this house. When I was in college, I was hiking up to Double Peak, and so this community kind of lays in the middle, so you have to walk through it to continue up.
Right.
And I remember this was a few years ago. I remember seeing this house in particular, and I was like, "Whoa, that house is so cool!" Like that little outdoor patio just looked so inviting. Like this house is awesome. And now, a few years later, I'm a part of selling it. So
that's crazy.
Well, because I remember this particular,
Yeah. Then now you're helping list it. That's crazy. That's a cool story.
No, it's funny because when I came to help out with the photos, and I actually went up to this property, I was like, whoa, I remember this house in particular, walking by it and thinking, well, that's a really awesome house.
That's awesome.
So that's cool.
Yeah, no, obviously I'm a fan too. And it actually really over impressed me. I was not expecting such a cool place and a cool area. And I mean, I knew San Marcos was nice. I knew this community was nice. Price points are higher, but they're lower than, like, let's say, coastal. But really blown away with the value that this property has to offer, like potential buyer. All right, so you walk through, and this is the space we're in, right? So this is the living room.
Yeah, this is the initial little family room you got going on there. Okay. There are 2 fireplaces in this home, so this is one of the beautiful fireplaces. But yeah, it's definitely like just the spot that welcomes you in.
Off the foyer right there. Yeah, and what's really cool about this space, we were there around 3 o'clock, and there was so much light coming through, because it's looking out into that big, front courtyard. So super cool. There's no disconnect, because a lot of times I think when you walk into your home, there's almost like you're closing the door, and then you don't really have a connection with the space that you just walked through. Your front yard. And this is cool because you can, you close it and there's like three windows, and then there's one of those windows is huge. It's got this, this massive view out into not just the courtyard, but just beyond, the trees and the hiking trails. So super cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's super a cool little space. You could see it from outside. You could see in, and if you want your privacy, obviously you can close the blinds there. But
totally. I mean, those are massive blinds you can easily close. They're just, so if you want it to be, quiet, or you too much sun coming in, that's a great place. Great place to be. So all right, cool. So I know we walked through, like, if we take a peek down this picture here, you obviously have the staircase going up, and then you look down on your right, to the left is your dining room, and then, which leads us to, off the dining room, you have, off the kitchen, you have this family room, which is what you mentioned earlier, being the additional fireplace, right?
Yeah. So there's, your statement fireplace, huge family room, living room, definitely a lot of space, and it connects right into the kitchen. So that open concept feeling.
Yeah. So that would be this room here. You have just that family room, and then off of the kitchen. So super big.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, it's definitely suited for, a large family, or, just for a lot of people to gather around, and it's great for entertainment for sure.
Yeah. Now the owner, I think Mike was saying, is super. They kept everything so clean. And when we were there, no joke, we were just like, we were like, is this a model home, or what's the deal? And Mike's like, no, it's just super clean, and obviously it's staged, which is great because it allows people to experience what it would be like to live there.
Yeah.
But super clean. How old is the house? Do you know?
I believe it was built in 2003. So
okay.
16. Yeah.
It feels so new. It's crazy how new it feels.
Yeah, I know. It's beautiful, and it was freshly painted inside. There's new carpet. So there's definitely some awesome upgrades in there, and giving it more a modern feel to it.
Yeah, and you have these really impressive appliances.
Yeah. Yeah. The new fridge, all stainless steel. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful, and the countertops are gorgeous. And then you have that little bar area, extra pantry, storage. Yeah,
like the butler's pantry there.
Yeah,
very cool. And then so off of this space is the backyard, which maybe we'll go into in a little bit, depending on where the pictures take us. But this is extra bathroom, little nice desk area off the hallway. And this, I guess, this is the. At first, I thought this was master, but then I found out this is the kind of like the in-laws or nanny quarters or something like that, where you have your big bathroom, big bedroom, but it's on the lower level.
Yeah. So what's great about the house is, like you're saying, so there's a junior suite on the lower level. So, if you do have, like you're saying, in-laws or, anything else like that, any other relatives, or if you have one of your kids in college, attending Cal State San Marcos, this is a great spot.
More privacy. Sure. No, that's cool. Yeah, then again, off of that, you can see the pool, which we'll get to in a bit. But pretty spacious spaces there. Looks like we're going upstairs now. Really grand. The staircase is awesome, and then it takes us up to this huge loft.
Yeah.
I don't even know how big that is, but that's huge.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty roomy up there. It's awesome. I mean, if you want to put a game room or a little theater room, you could do anything with it, really.
Yeah, I can definitely see, you can break up the space into like, your couches, maybe a billiards table. I mean, there's definitely a lot of space. I mean, this picture is like pretty accurate in the sense of how big it feels compared to like even the staircase. Like it's a big space.
It's about the size of like a standard room.
Right. Well, I would even say it's bigger than a room. I would say like you could if there was when they bought it in 2003 and they had options at that point, like, do we want 5 bedrooms or whatever versus 3, this is a space that they could easily convert into a bedroom somewhere there, and then like still have a whole loft almost as big as what other homes market as a huge loft. I mean, this is definitely a sizable lot. So loft. And then it looks like this is the the deck off of one of the bedrooms here.
Yeah, so that's the deck that you see from the front. And that's just like one of the extra bedrooms. So I mean, it honestly just like offers that extra little space and more privacy for whoever's in that room.
Yeah, and it looks like that's the trail. I mean, the views are beautiful because you have the trails running along. If you look at both pictures that are on the screen, you'll see huge trails very wide trails, because even when you have trails, a lot of times they're pretty narrow, but these
Mhm.
are very wide, um, because you see bikes and you see runners and whatnot, and you see them both. Like in both pictures, you can see, um, it looks like on the bottom one, that's where you come up from Discovery Lake, and then the one on the top, it's the one where you kind of head up towards Twin Peaks, right?
Yep. Hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
And
And
I
it's
was like, dude, the master is crazy. Again, like two bedrooms, converted,
yeah,
or one bedroom converted from two or something.
yeah. The master is beautiful. I mean, there's a huge just main area, and then there's a sitting area just right next to it, right off of it. So
Right.
lots of space for sure.
Were you going to say something about this up here? I think I might have cut you off a little bit.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, kind of like we were saying earlier, the trails are always in use, and people are always taking advantage of, using
Yeah, the
it.
beautiful weather, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah,
All
so
the time.
it's Southern California.
Yep.
All right, so this is the master here. That's the sitting area you talked about, which overlooks the deck,
Mhm.
which we'll get to later. Yeah, again, this is huge. Anything you want to add on that on the master?
I mean, I just want to lay in that couch right there. Take a nap. Read
So
a book.
nice. Oh yeah, air conditioning going on too. It's so nice.
And then you have the views behind you. Just it's beautiful.
Totally.
It's definitely fit for a queen.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and even the bathroom, the bathtub has just got a great view.
Yeah.
Even your shower. I mean, all that is just easily overlooking
Yeah.
backyard and trails and bright views. Or Mike was saying nobody can build back there, right? It's like protected or something.
Protected. So yeah, you're gonna have no rear neighbors at all, which is really nice. Nothing to obstruct your views. And yeah, I mean, as you can see, you can see views from almost every room in the house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
The closet. So that's the deck.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
that's the winner right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty big too. I mean, you look at the size of that deck. You have a little sitting area here, but you can still add to it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you could put so many things out there. So many possibilities with
Right.
this.
So this is the backyard, the pool, and this is the space that is protected back here.
Mhm.
So people, like you won't ever have a neighbor behind you. Is
Yeah.
that right?
Yep.
So I know Josh had talked to Mike about it. I wasn't a part of the conversation, but do you know how big that land there is protected? How much of it is protected?
Good question.
Yeah. And it's a random question. I mean, I don't even think most people know it, so that's why I was just like throwing it. I was like, I don't know how. And is it a reserve? I guess I'll just I don't even know. Google it maybe, but
Yeah, good
cool.
question to ask. Tim or Mike. Mike's side is co-listing with Tim on this property, so
It's just a random question. I don't even know if like a buyer would care, right? They just know it's protected, so they're not going to have a someone build right there. But I'm curious. I was just like, how big is that, reserve or whatnot? But all right, so let's talk about the backyard.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. You have your AstroTurf right there, so low maintenance,
Mm-hmm.
pool, and right above it. Yeah, it's beautiful. And you have the nice palm trees giving you that California feel.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's a big pool. Looks like it has like a water feature coming off of the spa, which is nice.
Yep.
Here's a great shot of the house behind it. Yeah, for being, having a pool, it still seems like a very big backyard. The AstroTurf there, like the grass, really, really adds to it.
And it wraps around on both sides, so
Right.
there's area on the side of the house as well.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Well, cool. Is there anything else like you want to add to that?
I mean, this house, I don't know, it's just great, and I think it would be perfect for I mean, it'd be perfect for anyone, but especially someone who has kids or, you know, a large family. It is 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bath. Like I was saying, a little over 3,800 square feet. 3-car garage. You know, as you can see, the views are great, and San Marcos is just a wonderful area, and it's located in the gated community, Stone Canyon. And like David was saying earlier, even though it is close to a lot of the amenities in San Marcos, you do feel very like you're in a very private area as you know you drive up the hill into the gated community. It is very private, and you kind of feel like you're in your own little space.
Nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and we got open houses.
Oh yeah, tell us about that. What's going on?
So tomorrow, Friday, Mike Stein will be hosting open house from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Very cool.
And then on Saturday, Mike will be hosting as well from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then on Monday, since it's Labor Day, I know not a lot of people have work that day. So if you're free, come by from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Very cool. And the address, just in case?
Yeah, so it's 951 Stone Ridge Way, San Marcos, California, 92078.
Perfect. And I do have the website up and your you know, your Facebook, but is there another way that people can find out more about you guys, your listings?
Yeah, so our main hub is our website, so timkirkteam.com. You can find out lots of things about us on there. You can click the About Us tab, learn about our team. You know, everyone on our team, there are 5 of us. And so you can look at our properties,
Nice.
the ones available now or ones we've sold. Yeah, so if you see there's our team.
Yeah.
Kirk, he's the team leader, the main agent, and then there's Mike Stein and Mike Wakefield, 2 other buyer agents on our team, and then the girls, Jessica, our director of operations, and then me, the marketing director.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome. And then you're pretty active, you know, as a marketing director. You guys are pretty active on social media, so you're probably doing a ton of stuff there as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're posting every day. So if you want to check our content out, our Instagram, you could reach us at Tim Kirk Team Realtors. You know, give us a follow, give us some likes on our photos. I promise our content's great. You know, consistent every day. You can expect something from us. Our Facebook, it's a little bit long, but
I can put it up here too. But yeah, go ahead and say it.
Definitely, it's Tim Kirk Team, Realtor, Military Relocation Professional.
Yeah, very cool.
So yeah, and if you notice the military relocation, we are kind of our niche is military. So Tim is retired military, as well as the 2 other boys on our team. So
that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, veterans, military, active, anyone. We work with everyone and everyone, but that's kind of, you know, our focus group.
Yeah, being you know, retired military, they have an instant rapport with somebody who's either in the military or retired, because it's like you've been in each other's shoes. So such a cool way to serve such a, you know, great group of people. So that's awesome. Well, great. Anything else you want to chime in with, or any other social media handles that we should be aware of?
Yeah, if I have one more, our Twitter. It is Listing San Diego. So it's a little different, but Listing San Diego. So
very cool.
There, if you're active on Twitter.
Nice. Very cool. Well, Stephanie, thank you so much for being on the show. Really appreciate your time. Excited to get this video out for you guys. And what's that?
I'm excited to see it because they're always out so great.
Thank you. But thanks for being on the show, and anybody who's watching and listening, be sure to check Stephanie and the whole team on the social media, websites, whatnot. Great people to work with. Never have had a bad experience with you guys. Super awesome. Tim's great on camera. He's great off camera. And you've been phenomenal as well. Jessica too, and both Mikes as well. So thanks so much, and thanks for watching, and we'll talk to everybody soon.
Awesome. Thanks.